Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. This is a message from Abdul. I received it and I did not see it. It was here for a while, actually 2 months ago. This account I did not open for really long. However, this is what it says in front of you. It says science competition theory Darwin for Alicina Alibaba, and he's a Muslim, by the way. His account says I am a Muslim. This is the picture in his so he's a Muslim guy. Now first of all, obviously this guy, he do not know that this is my page, because all the names you mentioned there, I don't learn from them, they learn from me. Now gospel, he mentioned to us Gospel John chapter 7 verse number 19 and verse number 49. So he's trying to prove to you, because after that he posts for you Quran, a verse speaking about Allah punishing those who break the Sabbath, and Allah, he made them pigs and monkeys. So he said here, okay, the Bible says, didn't Moses, supported Jesus is talking, give you the law of the Torah, yet none of you keeps the law of the Torah. So he's saying, trying to imply to you that this is about what? This is about this, about the Sabbath. He's trying to say to you that the Jews, obviously Jesus here is speaking about them, they are not following the Torah, so they must be, they are breaking the Sabbath. And then he continue here in chapter 7 verse number 49. But this crowd who did not know the law of the Torah are accursed. So he's saying to you, here we go. Jesus himself, he is confirming that those people, they are not people who know the law of the Torah. First of all, Abdul, if you want to read the verse, you see, this is what the Muslims do. From the whole chapter, they quote for us 2 verses. Which is very funny. Alright, what about we go to read the chapter and you will see that you are an idiot like your prophet, officially. Let us go and read it from there, and then we will understand. Aren't the Muslims, they say to us, you are reading out of context? The fact we never did. When we read the verse in the Quran, we go and read the story, we read the interpretation, we read, even there is a book, it's called Asbab al-Nuzul, which means the book, the reason for the verses to come down. Let us go and read and see how we can answer this potato. And by the way, I'm not insulting you. I like potatoes. I don't think you are even a potato. You are not equal. John, if we go to John, let's go here. This is the chapter you are quoting for us from. Alright? And by the way, when the Muslim, they say to you, how many version of the Bible you have, you idiot, we have one Bible, but we have many translations. And that's very normal. People, you know, translation. What do you want? You Muslims have translation of Yusuf Ali, Biktal, Muhsin Khan, potato, tomato. Alright? So it's okay for you, it's not okay for us. You want all the people to read in the original. We have the original. We have the book in Hebrew, we have it in Aramaic, we have it in Greek, and so even in the Coptic language, the old Egyptian language, and we have thousands of manuscripts when you have nothing. However, if we go and read the verses here, the one you are talking about, those people, they are upset from Jesus, for he's speaking of his, according to them, he is speaking of his own glory. Let us make it big, because they notice that this person, he, you know, he claimed to be God, right? So this guy, his person, he speak things which is not really, like, we do not know how even he got it, because simply he is not learned. When they say unlearned, by the way, does not mean Jesus does not know how to write, how to read, as Muhammad, Muslims, they claim he is. It's mean he is not a rabbi. Someone is learned is someone he is considered a rabbi. Alright? So this person is, you know, he is not learned, but he is teaching us. Alright? Here we see Jesus answer, and he said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether if it be of God, or whether I speak of myself. He that speak of himself speak of his own glory, but he who speak of his glory that sent him, the same is true, and though no unrighteousness on him. So here Jesus is showing them who is he, his nature, why he have authority. The doctrine he is talking about is coming from where? So if you are looking at the man, this is not the doctrine of the man. I am the word of God who sent to you, and this is the word of God. The people answered and said, and look here, didn't Moses give you the law, and yet none of you speak the law? Why go ye about to kill me? Which mean here is saying to them, okay, if Moses taught you the law, but yet none of you is practicing the law, to see why you are going after me to kill me. What is the reason based in the law, which means prove me wrong in what I am doing, what I am saying by the law? He is not saying that you are you do not know the law, but obviously they are not you know, practicing it. Now, is that about Saturday? As you see, this is have nothing to do with Saturday. All the chapter has nothing to do with Saturday. They want to kill Jesus. And here prove that Muslims are liars when they say that Jesus did not claim to be God. For what reason for them they want to kill him? Because he is doing blasphemy. He is he's claiming to be the Messiah, the Son of God, and he is divine. So this is what they want to kill him. Now if we go to verse number 49, the verse you mentioned here at the end, I think he mentioned 49, yeah. But this crowd who did not know the law of Torah, they are accursed. All right, let me show you what he's posting and what we have there. But this people who knows not the law are cursed. Okay, those who don't know the law for what? You know, what they did exactly to be accused this way? Simply they are practicing, they are oppressing Jesus for no wrong he did. You should not kill, you should not attack, you should not blame, you should not accuse unless you have a proof of something done wrongly. Alright? Read the whole chapter and you will see this is the whole idea. Doth our Lord judge any man before it hear him? So you are not practicing the law. You want to judge me, you want to throw rocks at me, you want to kill me, but you don't want even to hear me. This is all what he is saying. Have nothing to do with Saturday, have nothing to do with Monday, have nothing to do with any days. But according to Abdul, this is the proof that the Jews, they broke the Sabbath. Well, this is the interpretation of Mr. Abdul and Zakir Naik and all the stupid Abdul in the world. Now, as long you are the one who mentioned this story, I have a question for you. As long your God, as you pose for us, he made the Jewish apes and monkeys for breaking Sabbath. Why you Muslims don't follow it? I challenge the Muslims to show me all those verses, by the way, speaking about the Sabbath. How important the Sabbath. And if you read the story in chapter 7 verse number 163, you will see that there is a bunch of Jews who live in an island, and Allah, he made the fish come only in Saturday, and those people are hungry, and because they broke the Sabbath, because they are hungry, Allah punished them, which is a contradiction for the Torah. How we know that? If we go to Mark chapter 2 verse number 23-27, when a bunch of Pharisees, they saw the apostle of Jesus, they are grabbing food in Saturday. So they said to him, read with me, Abdul. I will make it big for you because you Muslims are blind by birth. Read. When they come to pass, he went through corn field on the Sabbath day. It was what? It was Sabbath day. And his disciples they began as they went to pluck the ears of the corn. They are hungry, they want to eat. And the Pharisees said unto him, Behold, why do they on Sabbath day that they which is lawful? Like, why they are doing this? Is it lawful? It's not lawful for you in Sabbath to do this. Look what Jesus answered them to prove to them that you do not know the law. He said, and he said to them, have you never heard, never read what David did when he had the need, or he had need and was hungered? So David, he had to eat in Saturday, so he ate in Saturday. You see the coward, none of them dare to say, why David then if this is not lawful, how come David he ate in Saturday? So Sabbath have rules. It doesn't say you don't eat. Those people, they don't have a stored food. They don't have food in their between their hands to eat it, so they don't go and get it. But they don't, so they have to eat. And then the Messiah, he said to them, how he went to the house of God in the days, etc., and the high priest, and did eat from the shewbread, which is not lawful to eat but for the priest, and gave also to them which were with him. So not only he ate in the Sabbath, he ate from the bread which is only lawful, supposedly according to the tradition, to the priest. So what the law is saying, if you are in need, your needs come first. This is why Jesus said, the Sabbath was made for the man, and not the man made for the Sabbath. That's a beautiful wisdom. In Islam, obviously, the Sabbath is not made for the man. The man is made for Sabbath. So you break the Sabbath, Allah make you a pig, and etc. So breaking the Sabbath for the need of eating and food and hunger is not a breaking. It is lawful. And as we see here, the one who practiced that, David himself, and David is a prophet in Islam, and Jesus himself is allowed in that, and he is defending that. Now we go back to your Quran to show you how stupid the story in the Quran. In the chapter we mentioned, the chapter 7 verse 1063, you can go and read any like translation for this verse, and you will see it's about a bunch of people who they are fishermen who live in an island, and Allah he made the fish only appear in Saturday. How we know that? We can go to a very famous Islamic interpretation books. Here we go. In the front of your eyes, we have nothing of our own. We don't make what the Muslims do. The Muslims, when they come with false accusation, they make their own interpretation. We don't. Let us see. 163. Hold on. 163. Here we go. You can read any interpretation you want of the Muslims, which mean made by the Muslims, not by us. All right. Read with me. Allah speaking here about those city by the sea. All right. They are saying bordering the Red Sea according to the interpretation here, but it doesn't say that in the Quran. And it was Eilat, so they are saying this is Eilat. This is a proof that Eilat is a Jewish land. So if you are a Jew and you want to prove to the Muslims that Eilat is your land, here we go. You get it from Tafsir al-Jalalain. This is always was a Jewish land. Okay, now This was in their inhabitants. They violate the Sabbath by fishing. Okay, how what happened? Let us see. Which they had been commanded not to do in that day. Alright, so they've been commanded not to do fishing in that day, not to do any work. Their fish would come only in the day of their Sabbath, floating in the surface. Those people, they have no fish 6 days a week. So the fish come to them only by in Sabbath. Who is the one who is making this happen, by the way? It's Allah. Allah make the fish only come in Sabbath. Let us go to different interpretation, just to show you are not making things up. This is Ibn Abbas. The same story. However, you can go to Ibn Kathir too, and you will see that Allah is making the fish come in only in Sabbath. Okay, but as we read from Jesus and from David's story, that you can eat even though if it is Sabbath, because those people, they are hungry, they have a children to feed, they are fishermen, this is what they live, they have no other, they are not farmers. The fish only come to them only in Sabbath, which means the rest of the week there is no fish. Now, is it lawful for those people to do fishing in Saturday according to the Torah? Absolutely yes, and even according to the Quran, and let me show it to you. Just to show you how stupid the one who made the Quran. Even in the Quran, if you have a need, you can break the law, all the law of Allah, all of it, including eating pork, including drinking wine, including eating dead, including everything. Read with me. This is the chapter. It's forbidden for Muslims to eat, not to eat, what to eat, what not to eat. Alright? And in the same chapter, saying, well, you know what? But if you ate any of those things because you have to, it is halal. Let us read together. Chapter 5, verse number 3. The same chapter saying you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you cannot eat this, you cannot drink that, you cannot. The same chapter, the same verse saying, unless you have a need, like hunger. Read with me. In this verse, Allah is giving exactly what the Muslims can eat only. This is the list, all of it. It's forbidden for you. Read with me, Abdul. Oh, I forgot you are Abdul. Like, you know, if your prophet cannot read, how you will read? Forbidden for you, etc., etc., the flesh of the swine, which mean here what? Read with me. The pork is forbidden. It's what? It's forbidden. It is what? It's forbidden. Like, do you need to read it more? Should I repeat a lot? The swine is forbidden. Sorry, here. But look, it says, even though it's forbidden, but if you have a need, it's okay. Do you see it in the verse or not? Read with me. It says it's etc., 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 etc. Okay, you cannot do that. You know, you should not, etc., etc., etc. But if you have hunger, it's fine. So why the stupid Allah, he punished the Jews for fishing in Saturday? Okay, the first Saturday the fish come, and the whole week there's no fish, which means those people, they are without food for 6 days. So if they pass this Saturday, that's mean, and I'm assuming they did not eat from the first Saturday, as the story says. We can show different reference. So they waited now 1 week more, because remember the fish only will appear what? In Sabbath. So The first Sabbath they did not fish. Now 6 days is gone, and Sabbath is 7 days. Now they have to wait another 6 days until the fish come back. This is almost 14 days without food. Why Allah is punishing them? If He is saying to the Muslim, you can even eat pork if you are hungry. You can even eat the dead if you are hungry. You can eat everything is forbidden. As you see the whole list here, the whole list in front of you, all those things is forbidden. You can eat it if you are hungry. It's not sin. Allah is all forgiving, all merciful, because He knows that you are hungry. And this is showing us how stupid the one who made the Quran and how the one who fabricated the Quran, because it is, if it is not forbidden for you to eat when you are hungry, the story you mentioned about the Jews breaking and breaking the Sabbath, it was about them being hungry. That the fish only appear to them in Saturday, and they cannot fish in Saturday, which means 6 days, sorry, 6 days without food, and in the 7th, which is Saturday for them, the fish appear. So what they should do? According to the Quran, it's lawful. And this is additional contradiction for the stupid Abdul who made this book, and he called it the Book of God. With this, I want to say thank you. Christ is Lord. Islam made by a dummy, for a dummy. And don't forget, please, to subscribe. I made a new page in Facebook. I will post the link underneath. It's called Who Ate the Quran. Who Ate the Quran. We are waiting until we have like 1,000, 2,000 in there, and we will launch, start posting there, and we will make it an official page for me. So subscribe. Click at the link underneath to subscribe to my other page, and let us share the truth with everybody. Next Saturday, actually not this Saturday, the Saturday after, I might have a show in ABN. I will have 2 shows this month, and I will update you about when it's going to be. And don't forget to read my books in case you are looking for extra knowledge, which Muslims Abduls themselves do not have. Thank you very much, and God bless.